appreciate that. I believe every word about that as well. Get program in here. Nick is always good because he always kind of pre-frames everything and is kind of talking about 3-3-30 and all that stuff, and that's exactly what I'm going to touch on a little bit here. See that? I'm going to put my phone here today, you guys. So we talked about 3-3-30, right? How serious are you guys about hitting 3-3-30? Don't mind my link, you guys. See, it's still rolling. All right, no excuses, right? How serious are you about hitting 3-3-30?
Very serious.
This is a gentleman in our business, you guys. His name is Schwan Wynn, if you haven't heard of him. He's one of the biggest builders in WFG. This is what he runs. He's been in the business over 25 years, right? And he makes over $1 million a month. And his his system is 3-3-30. Now you think about 3-3-30. Everybody knows what it is, right? 3 business partners, 3 apps in 30 days. Okay? It doesn't matter what level you're at, right? It's gonna completely change your business. That's why I'm glad Nick pointed out who's gonna hit it, right? You guys say you're gonna definitely hit 3-3-30. But he didn't say, hey, SMDs are excluded, right? Senior associate excluded, training associates, right? Everybody. It's an even playing field. So if you focus on this, let's go through this really quick. 3-3-30, a system whereby recruiting never stops. So Swanson comes on board, right? He brings on board Gina, CJ, and Krista, right? We know the system from there. They are, through the system, going to help them develop a prospect list. 25 names and numbers, or 100 names and numbers, right? Mm-hmm. So potentially, we break that down to our top 25 list, 25 names, that's 75 names and numbers to work with, right? You think he's gonna stop there at 3? No. He got challenged to do 3-3-30, what do you think their challenge should do? 3-3-30. Same thing, right? Or recruiting never stops, or sales never stops. 25 potential appointments. You guys understand that our platform is like second to none. Like, you take this over to like Prudential or something, you know what they do for their appointments? They cold call, they door knock, they sign twirl, they post buy leads and all that other stuff. All we gotta do is bring somebody on board and you have a brand new business. One recruit will completely change your business. You guys understand that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Write this down. I'm one recruit away from explosion. One recruit away from explosion. Right? You think Guillermo's business changed when Nick came in 14 years ago? Right? Been the #1 guy in his business since then, right? So, you think about how wide Guillermo is, right? 50 wide. Through exchange legs, through promoting SMDs, all that good stuff. A system where field training never stops. You'll always have appointments, Swanson. But once you get licensed, brother, you get your 3-3-30, you'll always be in the field. So who's in the field? You stand up, and you'll fall over into fall into apps, right? Because each person is, directed to do 10 appointments, 10 KTPs. You'll always have appointments if you run it with precision, right? A system where duplication never stops. So if Byron brings me on board, he's duplicating himself onto me, right? I'm gonna do the same thing he's doing. I hit my 3-3-30, I always have appointments. And for him, dedicating the time, energy, sacrifices for training me, now he gets to override. Not just me and whoever else he brings on board and duplicates. You guys see that?
Yes. Yeah.
That's huge, man. This is just like any other successful business, right? Starbucks runs the same way. You ever notice when you go in there, you order your drink on the right and you pick up your drink on the left side? That's system. Mm-hmm. Same, and it runs exactly the same. I've been to Starbucks in Florida, it runs exactly the same. You're like, hey, how you doing? Put my name on and everything. Hey, Reggie, your drink's ready. All right?
Takes a little longer.
All right? So, here you go, where cash flow never stops. How about that? Mm-hmm. Every Tuesday, every Friday, you got a cycle coming in. Nick talked about Juan Jaime $100,000 in a month. Why? You got people on 3330 system. Cash flow never stops, right? Eric Olson just went over $5 million. $5 million. You know why? You got folks running the system. You got leaders and leaders and leaders running the system. Make sense? You look up 15 years later or 16 years later, $5 million in cash flow. Right? It's a pretty good trade-off. You think about you being 15, 16 years at a job, making $50,000, right? Versus $5 million. That's a big one. Cash flow, where promotions never stop, right? Always somebody always getting promoted. We got to get back to that, and we will, right? Where promotions never stops, okay? Where building never stops. You think about it, we're going to pack this place out once we get focused, laser focused on 3330. Okay, I'm going to go into a little more depth on this one, a system to go deep and wide, right? So if Byron brings me on board, and he brings Lupe on board, and Thomas on board, he's getting wide, right? But the first thing he's got to do is make sure to secure his safety net of us staying in the business, he's got to get somebody under us, right? That's the biggest retention tool besides making money is getting somebody under that person, right? Write this down. A recruit is not a recruit until he or she has a recruit. A recruit is not a recruit until he or she has a recruit. Right? So you're not even like in the business until you got a teammate. You guys understand that? A system will keep it simple. So if I bring Lupe on board, I'm all right, Lupe, 3330. This is how it works. Can't get no more easy than that. Right? 3330. 3 business partners, 3 apps. 30 days. I got a guy, he's not here today, he's been here on Tuesday. Misael Hernandez, these guys been in the business 30 days. As of the 5th, he got licensed. He hit his 3330. Yeah, he got licensed in his 3330. In 30 days. 3330. Right? So now, guess what? When you have a new person come on board, they'll never write business as a training associate. That's big. You got to make sure you're emphasizing that when you have a new person. A system to make it clear. Any clearer than 3330?
No.
Right? A system to do it fast. He did it in 30 days. Right? I mean, when I came in, I did it in about a week and a half. Challenged me 3330, bring 3 guests. Right? Boom. A system that's fast, a system that's doable. Anybody can do this. Right? A system that builds recruiting mentality. Because recruiting mentality, guys, that's a builder's mentality, right? We are here to build. We're not here to recruit to get sales. We're not here to recruit the right apps. We're here to build people, okay? A system to fast start a new recruit immediately. A system to train meeting mentality. This is huge. Write this down, meeting mentality. Gotta have a meeting mentality. Missing meetings is the kiss of death. Missing meetings is the kiss of death. A system to build a teamwork from the beginning. A system that trains the trainee. A system that builds the trainer. Right? So you guys that are trainees right now that are not trainers, you feel like superhuman when you get to field train somebody. Right? Because you get to duplicate your skills that you learn onto somebody else. Right? A system that mobilizes everyone out into the field. Let's say Byron Janice has, everybody in here is on Byron Janice's team.
Woo.
Yeah.
Right? So let's take today. Let's say they're on an appointment and we're all on appointments too. Or half of us are on appointments. They're Tuesday, and we close business, right? Their Tuesday or Friday is looking pretty good, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Got everybody in the field. So the 5 apps we wrote as an office, there's some offices, that's one guy doing that. We got to get busy. Make sense?
Yes.
A system that builds strong replacement legs. Okay? So for your exchange, we'll go into this a little bit later, but for you hitting SMD, you're out of the base shop, the next person rises up, the next stud rises up on that person's team that got promoted to SMD, they're now the exchange leg. They got to fill that void in the base shop. Right? So that's how you get wide too. you're constantly promoting SMDs or consistently promoting SMDs, you're taking exchange legs over, and they're already field trained, right? Because they're the next wave of leaders. That makes sense?
Mhm.
A system that builds a strong base shop. Strong base shop. A system that builds a big hierarchy. 3-3-30, write this down, is our club. 3-3-30 is our building block. Now, we lost a lot of people, but it's okay. Swanson, come up here for a second. I like to do this. So let's say I bring Swanson on board, right? And Cynthia, come on up here. So I'm getting wide, right? You're gonna run into different types of people though when you're getting wide. So Cynthia is the recruit that comes on board and says, Reg, you know what? The business is good, but I'm gonna wait to get licensed. I need to get licensed first, right? I explained 3-3-30 to her also though, right? I did the same thing with both of them. But Swanson gets it, right? So Swanson, go get 3 people. Go pick 3 people and bring them back.
I'll get it.
That's great.
So he was coachable. He brought 3 people back to the meeting, right? All right, Swanson, awesome, brother. Great job. And Cynthia, she doesn't go get 3. She's just focused on licensing and says, you know, I'm gonna take my test and I wanna get my license first before I go see people, all that stuff, right?
I keep learning.
Keep learning?
Everything, so I can present everything.
Okay, go study, no problem.
Go study.
All right, and then everybody go get one. Everybody else go get somebody else. But we have a big base shop. You guys, my example not working. We not gonna get some more people. Everybody else come up here. Anthony too.
Angela,
You got recruited too. Nick, come on. So now, look at
Thanks,
Swanson.
Cynthia. Get to work.
So now, look at this. This is Swanson's team in 30 days. He has 3-3-30, 3-3-30, so on and so forth. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And now, guess what? When he gets licensed, he got appointments.
Mm-hmm.
He got
We
appointments.
all gotta get trained.
And he's got to get trained. And he's got appointments. And they got to get trained and get licensed. So he's helping the office grow because he's, again, like Nick was talking about, he's only one person. So guess what? We have a matchup system, right? To where he gets matched up, 2 people get matched up. So it's contributing to the office environment. Thank you guys.
Good example.
Guys, good stuff?
Yes.
You guys see that?
Yes.
You guys might see that at convention. Over like 50,000 people.
And they're gonna run upstage.
We don't have to have folks on stage. But you guys get, I love that example because it's visual.
Yeah.
It's a person that focuses on licensing versus a person that focuses on building. Right? Good stuff?
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. Hey man, I have been, you ever been in love before? Like thinking about them all the time, right? Losing sleep, right? Can't eat, all that stuff. I've been seeing this lady, man, and her name is Rita. Right? She's good to me, if I'm good to her. Right? Now Rita, she's not just mine though. She gets around a little bit. It's cool.
Okay.
You know, that's her thing. But she's here. But my point is, she's here for everybody. You're one of those, okay? And Rita stands for recruiting is the answer. All right. Recruiting is the answer. That's the life of your business, you guys. We are a recruiting company. As much as some people want to shy away from it, it is what it is. Okay? That's how we build. Okay? So, I want to go into, I'm going back to the basics today. We talk about the recruiting aspect. This is the original BFS. Okay, the original BFS, this page is 106. If you have your, it's up here. You see it? Okay. Second paragraph. By recruiting one good new superstar and then helping him or her build in their market and even done to the markets of their new associates, you can build a new wave of 7 to 10 new prospects to the next corporate org. Right? This type of recruiting helps create and maintain momentum. Write this down. You're looking for 7 to 10 key people. 7 to 10 key people. You think Guillermo will have 7 to 10 key people?
Yes.
Heck yeah, if I made $2 million. You think Eric Olson has 7 to 10 key people?
Yes.
Or 5 million, right? And they may come at different times, right? And you won't know that, but you gotta stick around to find that out, right? Recruiting in waves is closely associated to the speed in which you bring on new associates. It creates synergy. This is why it is important to recruit quickly. So 3-3-30, that's why we call it a fast start. You know, it's not a slow start. You gotta take your time. So Swanson comes to, is invited to the BPM, he comes on board. It's like, hey man, next meeting, 3 guests. 3 guests. So our next BPM on Tuesday, we gotta all shoot for 3 guests. Right? People like to be part of a team, so make sure you have one. Ain't that the truth? Right? They'll come in here and like, all right, got somebody started. They're like, all right, man, where's the rest of the squad? I'm like, shit. Right? But people want to be a part of something big. You know, you think about all these people that are Golden State fans and all that stuff and everything. They act like they won the championship. Right? Steph and Kevin Durant and all those other guys, they're not cutting none of them checks.
No.
Right? It's good to be a fan and everything like that, but you know, them checks ain't coming to you. You're not 6'9" and can dunk a basketball. It's so funny. One of my buddies, man, I was going to put this together. I just thought about him. He lives in Las Vegas. This is ridiculous. And he lives in Las Vegas, and he's a Knights fan. You know the hockey team, the Knights, the new expansion team, and they made it to the Stanley Cup. So they played the Washington Nationals. the Washington D.C. Back east.
Capitals.
I'm sorry. It's like National. I'm sorry. Capitals. So I want to know about hockey. So he flies from Vegas to Washington to go watch the game. And that's okay. That's great, but I mean, you're not financially independent. You know what I'm saying? You're a fanatic, and you're not on the team, and all this other stuff. You know, which they own and everything. If you want to do that, that's cool. But I'm just thinking about how bad he wants to be a part of something big. You know, he the only fan out there. Ain't nobody else can fly from Vegas. You know, they gotta work in the morning. Right? That makes sense?
Yes.
But you guys are part of a team, a culture, a movement. Like WFG is the real deal, right? We're the big guy on the block right now. So I want you guys to understand that. So recruiting in waves. Here we go. Magic of compound building. A recruiter's mentality. We just talked about that, right?
You
Recruiting
can
is
blow that up too with your phone. You can blow it up so it can be.
sideways.
No, just with your finger.
Oh.
Oh, is that?
I wanna
Oh,
cut
turn your
down.
phone then. Turn your phone, I think.
There you go.
Yeah, see, Doc? There you
Man, this is coachable, John.
go. Right.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Recruit's mentality. Recruit's an all-time thing. I know that, though, you know. Sometimes we forget. It's a state of mind. Look for quantity, right, and get quality. So, you guys ever see those folks that are like sifting for gold, and they don't pick the pieces of gold by themselves, right? They get a bunch of dirt, shake it up, and what's ever left, they find the gold, right? We got to recruit in waves, you guys. Like 4 guests is good. You know, for those of you that brought guests, that's a good start. But we're past the start phase, right? All of us, we want to be having at least double-digit guests. That's our office goal. Double-digit guests. Okay? So build to max out profits. Number 1, again, getting wide. So people that you directly introduce to the business, right? And then depth. Number 2. Number 3 is wide and deep. Width brings you profitability. So the wider you are, right? So if I bring on board CJ, if I'm an SMD, my spread is 80% if he's not licensed yet. You guys understand that? Once he gets licensed, if he's a training associate, hopefully not, he's been trying to do 3-3-30, but if he's a training associate, that's still 50%. If I'm field training him, he's licensed as a training associate, I made more on the override than he did on the sale. That makes sense? 50, 35, right? Or 30, whatever the training associate is. I'm trying not to think about training associate. Who's a training associate here? Hey, I challenge you guys. You don't pay us, congratulations. For those of you who are still training associates. Let's get it going. You know, if you're a training associate, you have just decided not to do 3-3-30. That's all that is. It's got to be a focus, okay? So width equals profitability, depth, stability of income. All right, so I myself am a good example, right? Right now I have one leg, right? If I'm trying to run a race with this one leg, right? Whatever. If I'm trying to run a race with one leg, I can't win. I have no stability, right? So that your depth equals stability of your income. The deeper you are, the more, the more income you're gonna have. That make sense?
Yes.
Plus your width also. You can go deep after you go wide, but you can't have depth in a leg. We haven't started. That makes sense? Started a wheelchair, right? So you can't have grandkids until you have kids first. Make sense? Right? If you don't have the old BFS, I recommend you get with your SMD or your field trainer is, and make sure you get this. This is the original system. I like the system manual too, but it's not as in depth as this here. This is how we were, recruiting when I was in the base shop, 100 people a month. This right here. Everybody was on 3-3-30.
That's where we're going. Just want to interject real quick. You guys realize that what you see right now is not what it is. And this is temporary. What you guys see right here, this 8 people, nine of us, this is temporary, is all get out. But it's gotta be a sense of urgency that we're gonna start running this to the T. Like we all gotta be, you know what? It's gotta be more psycho, like your people, your associations that aren't NWG need to think you're nuts.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you don't have time for me anymore. Man, when I was making the most money, when I was getting the biggest, recruiting the most people, having the biggest team, like the most things happening was when I was getting the most. You don't come around anymore. You're nuts. What's this gonna do? And now all these people are asking me to borrow money now. Asking me for this, asking me for that, and blah blah blah. This, all this stuff. So if it's same old, you're not doing the right things. If it's business as usual, you're not doing the right things. It's gotta be business as unusual.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
But this is temporary. We're gonna build it up to 100 again.
Yep. By following this here, you guys, like I was saying, when the base shop was recruiting 100 people a month, this is where we're running. Everybody's on. It wasn't everybody, it was a few people. And it's not gonna be everybody. Just so you know, everybody's not gonna participate. But it's okay. But if you have 4, 5, 6 people running 3-3-30, everybody else will catch on.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That, just put myself out there a little bit. That's how I hit SMD. I was kind of like a little bit of a straggler, right? And I was like, folks came in and whoop, swooped on me, right? Hit SMD before me. I was like, oh hell no, it didn't sit right with me, right? Because I knew I was better than that. And so I got to work, right? Had a couple recruiting legs, had some producing legs, and I hit it with 4 people, 3 or 4 folks, right? Write this down, or we already wrote that down. Recruiter is not a recruit until he or she has a recruit. Number 2, a leg is not a leg until it's at least 4 deep. Every 4 deep, every 4th person in that leg will usually be a stud. So if I bring on board Lupe brings on board Byron brings on Janice brings on Thomas, boom. And here, this person right here, let's say these 3 aren't getting it going, right? But even if I'm like this, if it's deep like this, I'm still 4 wide, because guess who's got to field train all these people? That make sense? So look, you got 25 points. That's just deep, not even your width yet. So we can really get serious on getting wide, is game over. Game over. And so every fourth person you'll find usually a stud. Number 3, a team will have a life of its own when it has 2 levels of leaders. Right? So if you have 2 levels 4 deep, usually these folks right here, your leaders. And guess what? You know what drives your business? Competition. So let's say these 2 leaders right here, right, are competing with each other. Every SMD you see on the wall there, we were all competing with each other. The ones previous before that too. Always, we're like, you know, we like each other, but not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Fareed kind of, she came in right when I was on the real running, and she kind of was about to swoop on me, and I was like, oh, heck no. Right? So we start competing. And then boom, we hit SMD at the same time. You gotta find somebody to compete with, right? And be serious about it. You don't have to like hate them or nothing, but it's like, I'm gonna take you out, right? Nick has a story when, you know, when he was coming up in Guillermo's base shop was Jesse Gutierrez, right? He's an SMD out of Santa Fe Springs. They shared an office and everything, right? And then Nick's team got a little bigger, faster, and they kicked him out of the office, right? But we found somebody to compete with. And that's, in G's hierarchy, it's a lot like that. So at your level though, you gotta find somebody here in the office to compete with. Or this is why it's so important to go to Momentum Monday. As you're, you know, meeting folks from different offices, build a relationship. Meet somebody that's an associate or senior associate. Say, hey man, where you at? Let's tee it up. It builds a camaraderie, and then it also helps you build your business. That make sense?
Yes.
It's good stuff?
Yes. Yes.
I'm telling you guys, this right here, harness the power of geometric progression. This is what you do right here. This right here, you always have appointments. I can't emphasize that enough, but always have appointments. All right, so let's talk about the super tap root. All right, the super tap root is a system for maximizing tap rooting, building permanent width by going temporarily deep into builders exchanges. This system assures that you are always a do-it-first, wide at the top leader that has strong team leadership and assures geometric progression. Right? So keys to tap rooting. Field training. Right? So write this down. Keys to your tap rooting. Field training. That's where we make money. Right? So you're always in the field. If you're going wide, you always have appointments. Get your new prospects in the field immediately to begin building their team. So you're not only recruiting people, inviting to the BPM for them, but you also have to invite across the kitchen table. Right? Always invite to the kitchen table. And if you're a trainee and your trainer doesn't, you invite that person to the BPM. Right? CPC, constant personal communication. Constantly communicate with your leaders and new associates. So it's different now. We have the app, the WeChat. You know, niggas ask that we get more responsive on there. Hey, just say good morning. Right? I'm fired up. I know Chris is on there all the time. Right? Everybody joining your team must get CPC from you and your upline leaders. They don't really care about them. Hey man, top of the morning, man, how you doing? What's your day look like? All that stuff. Okay? Face to face. See people face to face. Leaders must be face to face with associates, set appointments, and spend time with people all the time. As a leader, you must tap root down. Right? I think we get so lazy with the texting. Right? There's no personal stuff. So Nick said he's gonna start FaceTiming people. You know, we can tell them, oh, I'm on appointments. You can tell them, oh, I'm on appointments, and you at home putting lotion on your feet. Right? Boom.
I'll wake you up at 4.
Now you FaceTime me in your damn pajamas. You know, it's supposed to be in your suit and tie at 6 p.m. What you doing at home? Right?
Top part of it.
Top.
Suit up top.
Part on pajama. Business on top. T-shirts on the bottom.
I can actually do that on a
I don't know if
stage.
you know. I don't know if you know Matt Welch, the guy in San Diego, the young guy. I think he's on.
Heard the name, yeah.
Well, he did I guess it was a go-to meeting, and he had his he had his suit jacket on and tie on, and he had basketball shorts. He had basketball shorts. But it's a go-to meeting, so it was a Skype type thing. But it reminded me of that. It was funny. But hey, face to face, let your people know you care about them, right? Okay. Reverse tap root. You must bring your associates up to speed with successful leaders and attend big events. Check that out. All right? everything counts, even these little events, like this dinner we're doing. You gotta be there. It's 2,000 and 5,000 points. You have to be there. And what makes what really speaks to your leadership is you having teammates there. So if you get there, it's like, okay, cool, I made it, but how many folks on my team can make it? My goal is to have 5 teammates there, 2,000 and 5,000. Think about what that does to your business, long term, right? That right there qualifies you for something else. We got Europe going, right? We got, that's gonna push you closer to your MD promotion for Mighty Homes, right? Everything counts, so you can't take anything lightly, right? Have the mindset to reverse the process instead of waiting for leaders to come to your associates. You must taproot up, right? So like I like the example Nick gave Tuesday. If you're a leader, as your team grows, right, you can't reach everybody. I mean, I suppose we're talking about you in the military, right, as a sergeant, right? It's like you have people come to you sometime, right? There's so many people, you can't reach all of them. That makes sense? Write this down. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But the teacher's waiting. You guys seen Karate Kid? All right? Mr. Miyagi, he was waiting for him, wasn't he? And when Daddy was ready, all right, just finally decided to get busy and build a big base shop. Let's go. Guys still fired up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, write this down too. WFG is alive and well. I'm serious, you guys. Like, WFG is like, everybody don't believe the hype. Everybody wants to be part of WFG. Everybody wants to be part of WFG. You think about what we do.
Yeah.
We're talking about money, lifestyle, right? Trips, winning for your family, right? Contributing to your, whatever you want to, right? Whatever your goals are, all that stuff. It's awesome.
Dude, I was talking to a guy in Newport Beach. He's been in the industry for over 10 years. He's like, I love WFG. He's like, I heard of it. I don't, he goes, I know Cash Rastan and stuff. He goes, man, I'm switching over to my 5th different company. So I'm like trying to recruit this guy. He knows WFG, but he's not in yet. But he's from the industry, and he's like, I just love it. He goes, I love it. I love the model. I love it. I'm like, why aren't you doing it? But it's just like, this guy's going through his 5th different company, politics, some this and that, different training, different product. Like there's no, uniformity. One time he thinks he's getting this on a pay, then they switch his comp. In the sales world, comp changes all the time. When I was at ADT, I'd do a certain amount. It's like, all right, hey, here's the comp. You go bust it, and then they go, they'd give you a huge ass check because you basically found out like how to make that comp, like how to kill it with that comp.
Yeah.
And then after you do that, they change it up to where you do the same thing again, you make less because you had to hit a certain number by a certain time, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the hell? So then you have to figure out the comp again and how to almost like beat the system. Then you beat the system, they switch the comp again.
Right? So think about what that does to your family if you got a family.
Are you kidding me?
It's crazy, right? Here is Vanessa's playing, boom. You do, you get. Right? But yeah, everybody wants to be part of WFG, you guys. All the benefits. All the benefits. I recommend you start going on the Leaders Bulletin every day. It changes a couple times a week, but every day, go on the Leaders Bulletin. Get on the Leaders Bulletin, right? And then, but you gotta check it every single day. So, the WFG Dream. The following example shows how helping families results in $2,700 commission paid to the field. With the commission based on average life insurance sale, 40-year-old male save $185 a month to the policy. So, a $185 app, right? Now this is SMD level, okay? So a couple different ways to come. Personal production. Produce 5 sales a month. 5 sales a month at $185. I look at this and I want to throw myself through the window. right? $185 a month, 100 grand, an SMD. Right? You got a question to ask yourself, why am I not doing that? Right? What's holding you back? Is it fear? Is it not booking enough appointments? Not enough phone calls? It's one of those. Right? So $108,000, SMD level. Before all this, you gotta be getting an SMD. Right? See yourself as an SMD. Do you guys see yourself as an SMD?
Yes.
Right? You're an SMD the day you decide to be one. Write that down. You're an SMD the day you decide to be one. If you came in here right now and if you came in here and Nick wasn't here, some of the SMDs weren't here, you would think this is Matt's office. Because he owns it. He treats it like it's his own. He's serious about it. Right? He doesn't let a title define him. Make sense?
Yes.
Build a base shop. So let's say you're an SMD, right? You produce 3 people, or produce 3 personal sales a month, develop 3 associates who produce 6 sales a month. So you and your whopping base shop of 3 people, right? Go out and produce 6 sales apiece. Now you almost at $250,000. You and your big base shop. All right? 3 folks. Super base. So this is, you're an SMD and now you promote SMDs. Right? So we're talking about like next level here, super base. Develop 3 associates who produce 6 sales a month. Develop 6 first generation SMDs who produce 6 sales a month. Right? So all the SMDs on the wall there, we all do 6 sales a month. We're first generation. So we're first generation direct to Nick, right? And 3 associates in your base shop. Yeah, over 300 grand. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So get to SMD, you guys, and then build a base shop, right? And then build a super team. You know what a super team is? It's your whole business, right? Your base shop and your super base SMDs, okay? So you develop 3 associates, 6 sales, develop 6 SMDs, each of them of the 6 generations below you. Each generation SMD produces 6 sales. So you and your whole team produce 6 sales. And over $500,000. Right? But it all starts at what? 3,330. None of this is going to happen if you're not focused on 3,330. You guys got that?
Yes.
This is powerful. This is how we're going to reconstruct the office here, and everybody focus on 3,330. Make sense? And we will do it because we're going to focus on it. You think about anything you focus on, it usually happens, right?
Yes.
Right? So we're focused on 3,330. So again, this month, and you got to look at your business plan. After today, I want you to go back and look at your business plan. Where did you say you're going to be in June? It's the second half has already started, right?
Yes.
And it's so much stuff going on, but if you focus at 3,330, you'll hit the rest of your goals. Trust me. Don't get caught up in all the politics, what Trump is doing. Don't get caught up in all the nonsense. Focus. For 6 months, right? That's going to develop the habits to pave your way for the rest of the career. You guys see that right there? Turn around. That banner right there?
Yes.
BBC. That's the next building block. So after everybody hits 3,330 this month, boom. Next month, BBC 10. If you don't hit it this month. Nobody said you can't do it this month. Then 20, 30, 40, 50, 75, 100. Some of us are going to get focused on that and blow this office up. Everybody's not going to do it. And that's okay. You'll catch on. But 3,330 and BBC 10. That's the focus. Good stuff?
Yes.
You guys fired up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fired up. Hey, I want to tell you something right now. That's all I got up here, but this is Norco, we're gonna put Norco back on the map, right? But again, you guys gotta be collectively, us working together every single day, you know, phone calls, guests to the meeting, and out in the field. Like, you can't make money unless you're out in the field. The business is simple, that's why everybody wants on board, right? There's not a lot of politics, right? It's like you do again, and you get, and you duplicate yourself, just like any other successful business. And then we go blow this thing up. And then we start opening more offices, right? It's like, once you start thinking about where do you want to have an office at, right? Where are you gonna put your name on a city, right? If you think of certain cities, it's like, you know people that have a big base shop in that city, right? For say San Dimas, yeah, Guillermo, right? Right, San Jose, think Eric Olson, right? But it's wide open. This platform, you can have a WFG office across the street from each other, and you still got enough people to go service. You guys understand that?
Yes.
That's how it is, yeah. That's how powerful this is, duplicatable it is. We're gonna have fun in here too. We're going to the beach tomorrow, you know, everybody can let your hair down, and all that other stuff. But this is gonna be an office to be reckoned with. Make sense?
Yeah.
Believe it though. Believe it. We're not just talking, right? Enough is enough, right? Yeah, you're at a point in your life right now where enough is enough. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta make a decision, because it's just not about you. It's about your families. It's about people watching you. And I know we get caught up with, I don't care what people think. Well, do you? Right? If I got a wife, I'm worried about what she think. Why ain't came home with no apps? Why Tuesday and Friday ain't looking too sexy? Right? Because you sold somebody a dream. And they're like, okay, I'm watching. And they're waiting for you to blow up. And when you blow up, they're gonna come on board. We got a saying, you set yourself on fire and people watch you burn. Did I say it right? Okay. Always mess that up. Think about it. You blow up, this business is give you so much recognition. I think we sometimes overdo the recognition. You showed up, woo, fired up, right? But if you, we do that for a reason. But if you actually go blow up and hit some significant, landmarks in your business, you become attractive, right? I'm not talking about how you look, just talking about your lifestyle, your business, right? I said, you guys got here, all right? Elijah got here, and it was blowing up. His business became attractive. It's like, I want in, because people want to be a part of a team, right? A team that's going places. And this is the team that's going places. So I'm fired up, you guys. I think Matt's wrapping up with the guests. And hey, let's have a real commitment to having 3330. And we're gonna become an EBC team.
Everyone benefits when there's momentum, you guys. Even if it's from someone else's team within the office, you benefit because your people come and get you. One, you're more excited to keep up. And then two, people are coming in and they're seeing more,
Absolutely.
people, more energy. So
Absolutely.
we'll feed off each other.
Yep. You think about if you got a guest here, you can't wait for me to shut up, right? So you can go interview your guest and bring up. Am I right? It's like, let's gotta hurry up, right? Sometimes that's what I'm thinking. If I got a guest, it's because it's a different meeting, right? You're paying attention, you're learning, but it's a different meeting if you got a guest, right?
Yep.
So get that feeling consistently, right? Because that's why we actually run the BPM for the guests. So you guys are awesome, right? We'll see you Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow at the beach.
Yes.
All right.